The Iowa Hawkeyes lose the Big Ten's leading scorer from last season, but the story in Iowa City is what they bring back. 2 Big Ten all-freshman team players, both of whom are here in New York. Big Ten's 6th man of the year is here as well, Baer. He'll talk to us in just a moment, and a really promising big man in Luka Garza added to the mix as well. So a lot to be excited about for the Hawkeyes, and very pleased to be joined now by their head coach, Fran McCaffery, along with Tyler Cook and the aforementioned Baer. Good to have you guys with us. Coach, I'm going to start with you here. You're so deep. I mean, I look through this roster, and there are so many guys who have played, who are proven commodities for you. I know that's a luxury. How do you balance that, though? I mean, what's the challenge of a deep roster?
It will be challenging, Dave. You're absolutely right. There's so many guys that I love that I want to get ample playing time for. So the only thing that I can do is try to be as fair as I possibly can with that dispersal of playing time. But the schedule's a little condensed this year. So you're going to need fresh legs, especially the way we play. We play fast. And the other thing is there's an incredible emphasis on defense. You look at our team last year, we led the league in scoring. We were last in the league in defense. So if we want to win a championship, we got to guard people. So you need fresh legs, fresh bodies to do that. We have size, we have length. I think we have enough shooters to go around 5 legitimate low post scorers. I really like this team.
How do the tempo and the depth impact your opponents, guys? Like, what do you see in terms of wearing teams down with the number of players that you can come with and how fast you play?
Yeah, well, I don't think a lot of teams are as deep as we are, especially this year. And so I think with the way that we play, and like Coach said, having fresh bodies on the floor, it's going to allow us to keep playing fast and allow us to, kind of keep that tempo going and as other teams will wear down. So I think that's only going to help us.
How about from your point of view, Nicholas?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd also say that there's no substantial drop-off either with any players who come off the bench, and I think that's something that we really pride ourselves in at Iowa is that, the next man's up, and especially the way we play, the unique style of playing so fast, the way that we do, it's great to have guys that can come off the bench and make an impact.
Let me ask you this. Do you need a star? Do you want someone on this team to step up and be a 16-point-a-game guy, or is that not important?
I don't think it's important. I think we probably will have one. Probably the guys sitting here, but I think Nicholas makes a great point. A lot of times when you go to your bench, if you really look at it, you don't have offense. You don't have consistent scoring. Whatever team I don't start will have a bunch of scorers coming off the bench, both inside and out. So when we go to our bench and we go deep, we'll still be able to put points on the board. So I think that's an advantage as well.
You mentioned defense. It's been a struggle at times for you, although I would argue got significantly better as last year went on. But how do you guys get to the point where you're kind of buying in from the absolute get-go on that end of the court?
Oh, well, I think it starts with just seeing how we ended the season last year, seeing where our goal was at the beginning of the year and then seeing where we ended up. And obviously, we want to be in the tournament this year. And so we sit back and we realize, okay, what do we not do to keep us out of the tournament? And that was defend, especially early in the season. And so we sit back, we watch film, we continue to work on it, in drills, workouts, practice, stuff like that. And so I just think getting the reps in and then, keeping our goal, in front of us is going to help us out.
Yeah, I think Coach touched on it earlier. We led the league in scoring, so obviously scoring the ball is not going to be difficult for us, but it's, more concerned about defense like Tyler talked about, and, if we're able to stop teams at a higher rate than we were able to last year, if we can keep them off the boards and, do things, just make winning plays, then we'll be in good shape.
Health-wise, I know Cordell Pemsel had off-season surgery. How's he doing, and how's this team's health in general?
You know what, Dave? He looks great. He's lost 20 pounds. And a lot of times when you have a guy who plays at 255 and loses 20 pounds, they're not as strong or as physical. He is every bit as strong and physical, holding his ground, and a little bit quicker, a little more nimble, and he's an incredibly crafty guy. Christian Williams had a stress fracture at the end of the summer. He played overseas. His foot was bothering him. Come back. We shut him down for about 5 or 6 weeks. Everybody's strong right now.
It's interesting. I saw a list of the top 20 lead guards in the country, and Jordan Bohannon wasn't on there, and I just felt like whoever wrote this wasn't watching last year. Give us a sense of his game as two guys who play with him. I mean, I just thought he had an outstanding freshman year. It just feels like the sky's the limit.
Yeah, the things that everybody sees is obviously his three-point shooting, the fact that he can make plays, especially late in the game. But I think it's his toughness, and his mindset that sets him apart, from other guards. And so, as a guy like Jordan, 6 feet tall, he's not the most athletic guy in the world. But when it comes to, making plays when it really matters, he's, the best of the best. And so, like you said, him not being on that list is, I guess, another thing. But with Jordan, that won't phase him. He'll just be better this upcoming season.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan's always a guy who plays with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. And I think, more than anything, a very unique trait about him is he's got that clutch factor about him. He's the guy, if he's open late in the game, he's going to knock it down, and we have faith in him. So, he's a great player, obviously a weapon from three, but he's, become even better off the dribble this year, and we're really looking forward to having a good season.
Last question for you, Nicholas. To go from a walk-on to being here in New York City representing Iowa at Big Ten Media Day, I mean, it's got to be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, enjoying being here at Big Ten Media Day, but just everything as expected.
As expected?
Mm-hmm.
This is not a surprise. Is it a surprise to you?
I'll tell you what. We were just giving him a hard time about losing to Iowa City West in the state tournament.
Yes.
But he was almost the reason we didn't win. He was that good. So, no, I'm not really that surprised. Not at all. Especially in year one when he was redshirting.
Yeah.
I said, boy, I wish he wasn't redshirting. I wish he was playing.
That. Yep.
But the good thing is we'll have him next year.
All right, well, great to see you guys. Welcome to New York, and looking forward to sharing
Thanks,
the
Dave.
Big Ten tournament with you guys later this year.